Hi, everybody, and welcome to Dumb Wise Girls. I'm your girl, Jada.
And I'm Lala. Thanks for tuning in with your girls.
How you doing? What's going on?
Nothing. It was a great week. I feel great. I am a little bit tired today, but you know what? Otherwise, I am feeling quite positive.
We're
And I'm
on
going
countdown time. Liam will be here in a few weeks. I'm so excited to see him. I think he's going to look just like you.
I really hope so too. But you never know with these children because case in point, Miss Viva herself. But it's funny. Even though she looks like her dad, she has my personality.
And she has your lips.
Yes, and she has my lips. Yeah.
She has
and
your
she's
lips.
Loud like me. She's very loud.
Boo boo. That's my little boo boo. It's okay.
Yes.
We're all loud actually in this family. We all loud. Every one of us. I'm loud. We all have that personality, but it's okay. It's okay.
Yes. But the men are quiet.
But we're the ones with the expressiveness and wanting to talk and all that jazz. So yeah.
They say we're out there, but then when they reap the fruits of our labor and us being loud, then they want to say, "Oh yeah,
Okay.
What she said."
Okay, there you go. My week, I can't even talk today. My week went well. I had a good week this week. I can't complain too much. Nothing else is going on. It's starting to get really cold. I don't like the coldness in the winter. So I'm not one of those people that look forward to it. In fact, I'm like, let me go into my house and hide and be under 3 or 4 blankets because I am not one for cold weather. I like when it's nice out and the sun. Well, funny thing is, I do like when it gets darker earlier. I don't know why, but I do enjoy that. And guess what? That's what's going to be happening today because we fall back. I always have to remember spring forward, fall back. So we fall back. So, it's going to get darker earlier at like 4 o'clock now, which I kind of like, but I just miss the warmth of the weather. I don't like cold weather. I don't like to be cold.
Me think like the day's over. The minute that the sun starts to go down, the day's over. I don't want to do anything after. I can't imagine those that live in those kind of places where they have no sunlight for like 6 months at a time.
I know.
I don't know how they
That's
do that.
insane. I agree with that too. But I'm one, maybe I need to go somewhere where it's semi-warm all year round. I don't know, because it's not even like that in Florida anymore. Florida is with like our place where we wanted to move.
It still is our place. I have to write my girlfriend back, Michelle, because we were talking via message and she was like, "So you changed your mind about coming?" And I'm like, I didn't even get a chance to write back. Like, no, I would never change my mind about coming to Florida.
It's just a job market for me where it's like, maybe I need to go someplace not too far, a little closer, like Georgia or North Carolina. Those are the 2 places that I'm currently looking at that I would like to relocate to. Florida is ideal. If something panned out there that I'm like, okay, I'm going to Florida. Like that's number 1.
Agreed.
But if not, those will be the other 2 other places I think I will be going to.
Yeah, no, I really would love to go south, but now with having my own little family, I don't wish to take my kids away from their family, from their grands and their aunt. That's my only concern. But I'm thinking, in the future, when they're bigger in high school, it won't be such a big deal, because they'll still have that relationship already been formed.
Right.
But now it's just not the best time. And
I wish we all lived by each other, like within like 5-minute drive. Like I could drive 5 minutes to your house or I wish we had that. Like we all lived by each other because the things we could do, how we could help you with the kids. And, I really always wanted that because, we're used to having that. Like your mom would pick me and my brother up up from school. And, you know, I just wish we had that moment now as adults where I'm like, okay, I'm going to Lauren's house for dinner tonight, or I'm going to Nellie's house, or I'm going to Nate's house. Like, I'm going to someone's house for dinner tonight. We're going to hang out. We're going to do this. And I appreciate when I see families who by each other, like live near each other and stuff like that. And they could always hang out and get together. But us ladies are planning our little cousins retreat for next year. So we're super excited. We're gonna like probably film certain things and stuff like that. Which starting off little, doing a little small little cousin getaway, which is going to be nice. So I'm excited about that. Yeah, but you know, I wish we did live closer to each other so that way we could do more things with one another.
No, I completely agree. And speaking of, you have brought up Georgia. Did you hear about Tiny and T.I.?
Yes.
Yes. They have entered the world of developers and they're going to be developing affordable housing. So I'm really excited about this only because within the last year, within the last 2 years, my husband has really taken an interest in real estate, as you're aware. And even though I myself, you know, that's not my realm or my area of interest, I do hear him out and I can see what he's saying with regards to real estate and such.
Right.
So to see them take that route, I'm like excited to see what the place is going to look like, what's going to be the reviews. What are you thinking so much about? Have you heard anything about it?
I've heard about it, and I think it's really dope that they're doing something like that. I want to see what their affordable housing is because, as you know, in New York, there is affordable housing. They go by your income, but sometimes it's not affordable as you think would be affordable. It's a different set amount. So I'm wondering what their criteria is going to be for their place in Georgia. Like, who are they catering to? Is it going to be low-income family, single mom, single dads? Like, I want to know what the makeup of this whole, you know, area that they're working on, how that's going to be. I think it's really dope. I always say that T.I. and even Tiny, they're really business oriented. You know, Tiny's been in the game for so long from being in Escape, and, you know, T.I., he has the Trap Museum in Georgia. You know, they have a lot of different, you know, avenues of where they, you know, get their money pretty much. So I'm just interested in seeing where this actually is going to go and how this is going to be and how it's going to look.
Yes, I'm really excited to see it. It's somewhere in Bankhead, Georgia, which is somewhere located in Atlanta. So, you know, I still have yet to actually visit Atlanta. So we'll definitely have to make a trip out of it.
And I really enjoyed it. I wasn't aware. I like Atlanta. It reminded me of Queens a little bit. Driving into their city part, I guess you could say. I was in their city area and then I was a little bit in the outskirts. I went on a work trip and it was nice. I went to Candy Burris restaurant. Y'all got to check it out. Old Lady Gang is what it is. Let me tell you, Old Lady Gang give you that Southern comfort that you want and need. That fried chicken is everything. Their banana pudding, baby. Let me tell you about their banana pudding. I finished it at the hotel that night. I couldn't even wait till the next day. I finished it that night. It is so good. If you are in the ATL area, please check out Old Lady Gang. She also has a new restaurant, her and Todd, Blaze Seafood and Steak, I believe it's called. I haven't been to that one yet, but I would like to check that out the next time I do go down to Georgia. I want to check out that restaurant and see what it is, but I'm definitely going back to Old Lady Gang because that restaurant, it's a vibe. Like, it's a real Southern vibe. Like, it's really nice. I really enjoyed it. You guys have to definitely check it out because, baby, you never know who's gonna roll up in there, what day, what time, whomever. I think Aunt Nora was there the day I went. I think she was in there. Sometimes Candy Mom drops in. Her other aunt drops in. I forget her name, and she's so sweet and so cute. But I forget the other aunt's name.
I'm not familiar.
Yeah, I forget her name. But anyway, it's really nice. So if you're in the Atlanta area, make sure you check out Old Lady Gang. And it's not far from their downtown area either. Me and my coworker, she and I, we took an Uber, and it was like maybe less than 10 minutes. Not even.
Oh, wow.
It was very close by. Very close.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, now you definitely have to take me.
Yes, we're going to go. We're going to take you. We're going to take you. We're going to go to Georgia, because that's one of the places I would like to look at too. And my relocation efforts. Hoping to relocate within the next 2 years if it's meant for me to happen. If not, I'll be in New York, but I would like to.
A lot of people, during the pandemic have taken this initiative to get up and relocate.
Yes.
It's everyone is fleeing the cities.
Yeah, they are, because it's just so many people here. It's ridiculous, the amount of people. If you look at the Parkway on a regular day, it's crowded. And you're like, where are all these people coming from? Shouldn't everybody be at work? It's like trying to get there. Crowded. It's crowded and it's overcrowded. And too, I do believe a lot of people probably went and got vehicles during the pandemic because they didn't want to take public transportation. So I think too, that added to a lot of the crowdedness that we see now. But yeah, it's a lot of people here. It's a lot of people. It's a lot going on.
You would think that within a city, and with there being limited parking and such, that they would put a cap on the number of vehicles that are allowable within a certain city. And they don't. Just like, how they can now charge, or they're going to start charging depending on where you're driving in the city.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not advocating for this, but I do think in the future, there will be some type of tax associated with having a vehicle in a highly populated city.
I believe it. I don't want to speak it into existence, but honestly, I think that's something that's actually going to end up happening, believe it or not, because it is highly expensive here in the city. And you do have a lot of people who do have cars because they don't want to ride public transportation with all the crime that's happening in public transportation. People don't want to be on there. I don't blame them. I don't either, so, that's what led a lot of people to go and just get a vehicle so they could just drive themselves. But two, people out here driving like they in NASCAR and we not in NASCAR. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a lot of different variables that come into play when you talk about, New York City, the birthplace of Biggie and Jay-Z. And speaking of Jay-Z, he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Congratulations to him. Woo, woo. That is so dope. And one of my favorite things that he says is the genius part is we never gave up. And I appreciate when he always says that. I'm always quoting that to people. And I believe that to be true when it comes to anything, friendship, relationship, work, school. The genius thing is you just don't give up. You keep going, you keep pushing, no matter what it is, you keep doing what you need to do. And I just, I'm a fan. I like his music. I like the things he has done. And I just think it's a really dope honor that he's in a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and his children could even see that. And his beautiful wife, Miss Beyonce, my bestie in my head, definitely could see that as well. So what do you think about that?
I think that is certainly an accomplishment. I think from him coming from such humble beginnings and being a rapper at the time that Biggie Smalls was a rapper, it's something to see. Like, he never gave up despite anything, he came from the PJs, and look at him now. He's well beyond the PJs.
Okay.
And then to have his daughter, I know he has 2 daughters now, but his eldest daughter looking up to him, and she herself taking acting in her own, in her own realm or way. I don't know if you had recently seen, but there was a commercial that was released of Beyonce and
Yes, I
Jay-Z
saw
in a
it.
vehicle.
I saw it from Tiffany.
Yes.
Yes.
And then they showed the little girl preparing to run and how she was on the green screen acting like she was running behind the vehicle and waving. And then she gets in the middle of them and they're talking. And I tell you, she just stole the show. But I think that comes from the parenting. I don't see them as being parents that, raise that, hey, you're rich, you'll never have to work for your money. I think they really encourage her talents and her own growth, her own personal growth. And I like that. And I think that comes mainly from their humble beginnings. I mean, Beyonce, as you know, Miss Tina Knowles was a hairdresser, working and pushing Beyonce and her sister and the group forward in the entertainment world. But initially, they did come from humble beginnings. And I think that as long as they keep that, they'll continue to be great. And him being inducted into the Hall of Fame is just greatness in itself. So
I agree with that as well. I think that Blue, Sir, and Rumi have the best of both worlds. Jay, born right here, Marcy Projects, Brooklyn, in the hood,
PJs.
He came straight from the hood. He hustled. He lived that life. He lived a certain lifestyle until he, got to where he is now. Same as Beyonce. She had her father who was very vocal and leaving his job, making nice money to manage her and her friends. Yes. And now everything is on Miss Tina Knowles, where she didn't mind because she wanted that for Beyonce as well. And they saw the talent and drive that she and Solange had. And she was like, no, my babies are going to do this. We're going to get this Destiny's Child on the roll. Right. So I feel like they have like such a foundation where they see what their father went through, living in the projects, roaches, certain things, certain stuff that he saw himself. He dealt with himself. And he will tell you his story. And that's why I do like him, because I feel like his music, like he tells a story, like Biggie tells a story. And I like stories in that sense because it's a picture that's painted for
and
you.
It's a story to which they themselves experience.
Exactly.
They're not telling it second.
He lived that lifestyle. He straight up, I sold drugs. You know what I'm saying? This is not no fake. Oh yeah, no, he's like, this is what I did to survive. This is what I did to get in with the in crowd. This is what I did to live life back in Brooklyn, back when I was in high school. This was my life. This was the relationship I had with my father that was not good. Like, this is what I was going through with Beyonce. This is what Beyonce was going through with Jay. And that's why I always tell people she's guarded for a reason. She's guarded because she comes out with her music. She vents in her music. And everybody vents in their own way. You don't have to put everything on Front Street. You could vent in a certain way where people know, oh, wow, that's what happened? Like, we all like, whoa.
Classy lady.
Okay, so I could respect that. And that's why I always say, no, she is very guarded, because even in that industry, you have to be to a certain extent.
Yes.
You have to be, Well,
even, I was thinking about her Ivy Park collection, and you think about that, and it's out there, but it's not like how sometimes it's overkill. I feel it's not overkill, and I can appreciate that, because it's like, you know what? I have this product out. If you're into it, you're into it. Please purchase it. If not, it's cool. And I like that. I like that it's not overkill. You see so many Prada and so many
Gucci and Fendi.
Yeah, Gucci, everything, but it's overkill. It's like you have to buy it. And the thing is that's what I think why I like Ivy Park, is that it's, hey, we're here. You want it? Then get it. If not, don't sweat it.
Exactly. Always and forever. I say that for sure. But it's always good chatting with you. We miss you today, Nelly. Hopefully you'll be back with us soon. And as always, please check us out. Go to our YouTube, our Instagram, our Facebook, Them Wise Girls. We're here. We're going to be here, counting down to baby Liam. trust me, you will get that picture drop when he arrives. And
as soon as he arrives.
Yes. And we thank you so much for all of you who continue to rock with us, watch our show, share it, like it, comment. We appreciate you always and forever. And we'll be back next week with a whole brand new episode of Them Wise Girls. Have an amazing rest of your day and an awesome week. Later.
Peace.